So imagine a big explosion as you climb through 3,000 feet. So imagine a big explosion as you climb through 3,000 feet. So imagine a big explosion as you climb through 3,000 feet. Imagine a plane full of smoke. Imagine a plane full of smoke. Imagine a plane full of smoke. Imagine an engine going clack, 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 clack. Imagine an engine going clack, 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 clack. Imagine an engine going clack, 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 clack. Sounds scary. Sounds scary. Sounds scary. Well, I had a unique seat that day. Well, I had a unique seat that day. Well, I had a unique seat that day. I was sitting in 1D. I was sitting in 1D. I was sitting in 1D. I was the only one who could talk to the flight attendants. I was the only one who could talk to the flight attendants. I was the only one who could talk to the flight attendants. So I looked at them right away. So I looked at them right away. So I looked at them right away. And they said, no problem. And they said, no problem. And they said, no problem. We probably hit some birds. We probably hit some birds. We probably hit some birds. The pilot had already turned the plane around. The pilot had already turned the plane around. The pilot had already turned the plane around. And we weren't that far. And we weren't that far. And we weren't that far. You could see Manhattan. You could see Manhattan. You could see Manhattan. 2 minutes later, 3 things happened at the same time. 2 minutes later, 3 things happened at the same time. 2 minutes later, 3 things happened at the same time. The pilot lines up the plane with the Hudson River. The pilot lines up the plane with the Hudson River. The pilot lines up the plane with the Hudson River. It's usually not the route. It's usually not the route. It's usually not the route. He turns off the engines. He turns off the engines. He turns off the engines. Now imagine being on a plane with no sound. Now imagine being on a plane with no sound. Now imagine being on a plane with no sound. And then he says 3 words. And then he says 3 words. And then he says 3 words. As unemotional 3 words have I ever heard. As unemotional 3 words have I ever heard. As unemotional 3 words have I ever heard. He says, brace for impact. He says, brace for impact. He says, brace for impact. I didn't have to talk to the flight attendant anymore. I didn't have to talk to the flight attendant anymore. I didn't have to talk to the flight attendant anymore. I could see in her eyes, it was terror. I could see in her eyes, it was terror. I could see in her eyes, it was terror. Life was over. Life was over. Life was over. Now I want to share with you 3 things I learned about myself that day. Now I want to share with you 3 things I learned about myself that day. Now I want to share with you 3 things I learned about myself that day. I learned that it all changes in an instant. I learned that it all changes in an instant. I learned that it all changes in an instant. We have this bucket list. We have this bucket list. We have this bucket list. We have these things we want to do in life. We have these things we want to do in life. We have these things we want to do in life. And I thought about all the people I wanted to reach out that I didn't. And I thought about all the people I wanted to reach out that I didn't. And I thought about all the people I wanted to reach out that I didn't. All the fences I wanted to mend. All the fences I wanted to mend. All the fences I wanted to mend. All the experiences I wanted to have and I never did. All the experiences I wanted to have and I never did. All the experiences I wanted to have and I never did. As I thought about that, later on I came up with a saying, which is, I collect bad wines. As I thought about that, later on I came up with a saying, which is, I collect bad wines. As I thought about that, later on I came up with a saying, which is, I collect bad wines. Because if the wine is ready and the person is there, I'm opening it. Because if the wine is ready and the person is there, I'm opening it. Because if the wine is ready and the person is there, I'm opening it. I no longer want to postpone anything in life. I no longer want to postpone anything in life. I no longer want to postpone anything in life. And that urgency, that purpose has really changed my life. And that urgency, that purpose has really changed my life. And that urgency, that purpose has really changed my life. The second thing I learned that day, the second thing I learned that day, the second thing I learned that day, and this is as we clear the George Washington Bridge, which was by not a lot. And this is as we clear the George Washington Bridge, which was by not a lot. And this is as we clear the George Washington Bridge, which was by not a lot. I thought about, wow, I really feel one real regret. I thought about, wow, I really feel one real regret. I thought about, wow, I really feel one real regret. I've lived a good life. I've lived a good life. I've lived a good life. In my own humanity and mistakes, I've tried to get better at everything I've tried. In my own humanity and mistakes, I've tried to get better at everything I've tried. In my own humanity and mistakes, I've tried to get better at everything I've tried. But in my humanity, I also allow my ego to get in. But in my humanity, I also allow my ego to get in. But in my humanity, I also allow my ego to get in. And I regretted the time I wasted in things that did not matter. with people that matter. And I regretted the time I wasted in things that did not matter with people that matter. And I regretted the time I wasted in things that did not matter with people that matter. And I thought about my relationship with my wife, with my friends, with people. And I thought about my relationship with my wife, with my friends, with people. And I thought about my relationship with my wife, with my friends, with people. And after, as I reflected on that, I decided to eliminate negative energy from my life. And after, as I reflected on that, I decided to eliminate negative energy from my life. And after, as I reflected on that, I decided to eliminate negative energy from my life. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. I've not had a fight with my wife in 2 years. I've not had a fight with my wife in 2 years. I've not had a fight with my wife in 2 years. It feels great. It feels great. It feels great. I'm no longer trying to be right. I'm no longer trying to be right. I'm no longer trying to be right. I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. I choose to be happy. The third thing I learned, and this is as your mental clock starts going 15, 14, 13, you can see the water coming. I'm saying, the third thing I learned, and this is as your mental clock starts going 15, 14, 13, you can see the water coming. I'm saying, the third thing I learned, and this is as your mental clock starts going 15, 14, 13, you can see the water coming. I'm saying, please blow up, right? Please blow up, right? Please blow up, right? I don't want this thing to break in 20 pieces like you've seen in those documentaries. I don't want this thing to break in 20 pieces like you've seen in those documentaries. I don't want this thing to break in 20 pieces like you've seen in those documentaries. And as we're coming down, and as we're coming down, and as we're coming down, I had a sense of, wow, dying is not scary. I had a sense of, wow, dying is not scary. I had a sense of, wow, dying is not scary. It's almost like we've been preparing for it our whole lives. It's almost like we've been preparing for it our whole lives. It's almost like we've been preparing for it our whole lives. But it was very sad. But it was very sad. But it was very sad. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. And that sadness really framed in one thought, which is, I only wish for one thing. And that sadness really framed in one thought, which is, I only wish for one thing. And that sadness really framed in one thought, which is, I only wish for one thing. I only wish I could see my kids grow up. I only wish I could see my kids grow up. I only wish I could see my kids grow up. About a month later, I was in a performance by my daughter, first grader, not much artistic talent yet. About a month later, I was in a performance by my daughter, first grader, not much artistic talent yet. About a month later, I was in a performance by my daughter, first grader, not much artistic talent yet. And I'm bawling. And I'm bawling. And I'm bawling. I'm crying like a little kid. I'm crying like a little kid. I'm crying like a little kid. And it made all the sense in the world to me. And it made all the sense in the world to me. And it made all the sense in the world to me. I realized at that point by connecting those two dots. I realized at that point by connecting those two dots. I realized at that point by connecting those two dots that the only thing that matters in my life is being a great dad. That the only thing that matters in my life is being a great dad. That the only thing that matters in my life is being a great dad. Above all, the only goal I have in life is to be a good dad. Above all, the only goal I have in life is to be a good dad. Above all, the only goal I have in life is to be a good dad. I was given the gift of a miracle of not dying that day. I was given the gift of a miracle of not dying that day. I was given the gift of a miracle of not dying that day. I was given another gift. I was given another gift. I was given another gift, which was to be able to see into the future and come back and live differently. Which was to be able to see into the future and come back and live differently. Which was to be able to see into the future and come back and live differently. I challenge you guys that are flying today. I challenge you guys that are flying today. I challenge you guys that are flying today. Imagine the same thing happens on your plane, and please don't. Imagine the same thing happens on your plane, and please don't. Imagine the same thing happens on your plane, and please don't. But imagine. And how would you change? And how would you change? And how would you change? What would you get done that you're waiting to get done because you think you'll be here forever? What would you get done that you're waiting to get done because you think you'll be here forever? What would you get done that you're waiting to get done because you think you'll be here forever? How would you change your relationships and the negative energy in them? How would you change your relationships and the negative energy in them? How would you change your relationships and the negative energy in them? And more than anything, are you being the best parent you can? And more than anything, are you being the best parent you can? And more than anything, are you being the best parent you can? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.